What up, my peeps? Once again, it's your Knuckle Big Rucker, back at you with another action figure review, this time courtesy of Hasbro G.I.Joe Classified series. We are going to take a look at Storm Shadow. And, yep, long awaited, highly anticipated, and here we go. So anyway, you see the packaging, you see the figure, you see the accessories, you see that nice that artwork over there on the our mid and lower right. You've got Storm Shadow there at the bottom, G.I.Joe Classified series. We'll turn to the side here and you can see some more of that artwork. Looking at the back, you can see that artwork that is showcasing, the majority is showcasing figures that we already have or will soon have. You see there in the lower left, they've got Crocmaster, which is on the way, by the way. May as well let that be out. They've got a shadowy figure in the lower center, right below Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes' duel. It remains to be seen who that is, but yeah, we are going to eagerly anticipate that reveal. And then we have on the other side, we see that Storm Shadow is number 35 in the line, and we also see the iconography. And as always, this is about the specialties of the character in question. Going from top to bottom, you've got that symbol with the skull in it. That's for covert ops. Then right below that, Storm Shadow is a master at bladed weapons. Below that, he's also a master at infiltration. And finally, ninjutsu. So there you have it. They also have rankings for how good they are at these things. I'm not going to really get all off into that. They probably should have found a way to list the rankings of how high up they are in their mastery of said specialties, but I digress. We're going to turn back here to the front and get one last look at Storm Shadow and packaging, because he's about to get bust out. Taking a look at Storm Shadow's accessories before we get to the figure itself. We're starting off here with his hood. It's the same color white that the rest of the figure is in, and if you want to put his hood on, you will have to remove the head because it won't just fit over the head. You see it's just a small space there, so you put that over the neck, or you actually take the head off, put the head in this, and then reapply the head. So that's what you'll have to do for the hood. Next up is his arrow quiver and sword sheaths combination there. You can see you've got the arrows in there. The feathered ends are painted in a red. You've got Storm Shadow's symbol there, probably something to do with Arashikage, or Arashikage, however you pronounce that. And then of course you've got the sheaths there. You see you got the holes for where you put them in. There's the peg, and there's actually a peg here for additional storage, and that would be for his bow, which makes sense right there. You got a slot right there. That also, it also has some red. It's molded in a flat black. There's I think that's the paint that's there. I think that's a mistake there, because I can actually feel it. So that's a slop move right there. But you do have the red paint there, and you could see the bow. And when we equip Storm Shadow, we'll have that put on the quiver as well. To finish out everything dealing with the bow and arrow, we get a separate arrow. Once again, the feathered end painted in red. It's molded in a flat black. Actually, it's kind of a shiny kind of black now that I'm looking at it closer. But yeah, we get an individual arrow, which, if I'm not mistaken, can fit in the quiver. Yep, there you go. We also get a long and a short sword that will fit in those sheaths there. They're molded in that same black and painted silver. Pretty cool. I like when they paint them silver instead of having molded in that cheap looking silver grayish plastic. So this is a welcome find here with the silver paint apps. Some nice detail too, as you see the line work inside of the blades themselves. Finally, we get this attachment for Storm Shadow's belt. You see it's got the hole there, and there's a peg on the belt where it'll fit on. We'll check out that peg when we check out the figure. Taking a look at Storm Shadow as he rotates 360 degrees on our rotating platter, my first glance is this is the Storm Shadow we've all been waiting for. He's looking really, really nice there. This is indeed the figure that we wanted the first time when we got that Arctic Storm Shadow, which was an Amazon exclusive. A lot of people were disenfranchised by that and complained, and I know I was trying to basically let people know that that was a pure business move on Hasbro's part. They knew and know that we wanted this version of Storm Shadow, but when they give you variant versions, alternate versions first, that's the way how they actually ensure that you'll double dip. You know, people were complaining about Arctic Storm Shadow, but they still bought it because they rationalized that it'll just serve as a placeholder until eventually the Storm Shadow that they really want, ergo this one right here before us, will come out. And that's exactly what happened. Pure business move. And this Storm Shadow is going to sell well. A, because it's Storm Shadow. B, it's the Storm Shadow we want. C, it does not disappoint, as we will see momentarily as we get him off of the rotating platter. So here we have Storm Shadow up close and personal. Definitely. I already took a measurement. He stands at about 6¼ inches tall, so decent size. That's a pretty average for G.I.Joe Classified. Looking at the figure itself, you can see, you know, you got that the way how we know Storm Shadow to be. He's got the full covered mask with the exception of his eyes being exposed. And looking at the eyes, it's definitely good work there. They still managed to do some type of photoreal technology that way too, face print, whatever you want to call it. I guess we call it photoreal when it's MCU figures based on real people, and it's just called face print technology when it's you know, just cartoons or comic based. So either way, you know what I'm talking about. It's looking pretty good. You go down, you see that he's got that Cobra emblem right there on the left side of his chest. I believe that's a decal. It looks too nice, too fine to actually be painted. I could be wrong, but it's no biggie. As long as it looks good, I'm great with it. His harness that slings across his chest, molded in a flat black, but you can see it's got the buckle is painted a nice graphite style gray, and then it's got silver shuriken right there, looking pretty good. Of course, they're not detachable, they're just there for show, but what a show it is. It looks very, very nice. You can see the arms. You can see that the arms are pinless, double jointed. You gotta love that. That's something we didn't get with Spirit because that was based off of older body molds, but that figure still came out nice. Going down, he's got the black belt around his waist. It's loose on there. It's not just black, it's actually got white at the bottom there to, I guess, simulate it's the shirt going through the belt. So that's a pretty nice touch. That's some attention to detail. There's no real paint. There's no paint at all on the belt, even though there are some details to be seen all around. There's that peg I was telling you about for where you apply that right there. So looking at the front, you see what that is. I'm going to remove it because it'll just get in the way when I go through the articulation phase of the review. Looking at his arms, you can see the around his wrists, he's got a dark wash, so that's pretty cool right there. on his forearm guards there, and he's got the white hands. There's no paint of any kind or wash, even though there's some detail there at the tops of his hands. Looks pretty cool there. Then of course, going further down, you've got the white pants. You've got the wrappings around the calves and ankles. It's got a wash on there, so that's pretty nice. And then of course you've got the feet, and you've got black along the soles of the feet, so that's pretty cool right there. As far as his articulation, his head and neck are on dumbbell joints, so you can get him to look up that far. Combination with the neck, he can look down that far. You can see that the neck rolls there, so you can get some great attitude there. And of course he can 360. He's got butterfly joints, which is always welcome. He can get his arms out to 90. He can rotate. Well, he can rotate. It's just going to take some doing because of the way how the sleeve is up top there. So it'll bevel out, but you can still achieve him getting up there. He's got bicep swivel, double jointed pinless elbows, as I stated before. He's got wrist swivel and vertical hinge, which is also mimicked on his right side. You'll note that his right glove is two fingers. Two of the fingers on the glove are not there, gloveless there. This is his shooting hand for his bow and arrow. And you see we're totally white there, and we've got a trigger finger for that right there. As far as his torso, he's got an ab crunch. He can go that far forward, way back. He's got waist rotation. You can hear some clicking there. As far as his hips, Storm Shadow can straight up Van Damme it. And he's got the drop downs, as you can see right there. I'll raise them back up. He can get his legs a little bit more than 90 degrees, and that's before you do the drop down. You can go back that far. He's got thigh rotation, pinless, double jointed knees. Got to love that. He's got rotation at the top of his wrappings. He can point his toe that far forward, that far up. He's got very nice ankle pivot, and of course holes, peg holes at the bottom of his feet. So now I'm going to try and I'm going to attempt to put his hood on while on camera, just so we can see how it's done. Hopefully this will go smoothly. So let me remove the head first, and as you can see, the dumbbell is on the head side, and you just have the blank neck there. Remove the hood that's supposed to show that it's not on his head, so you remove that. I'm going to set the body down momentarily, get the head and the hood, stick the head into the hood, so you see how that goes right there, and then I will see what's what, attempt to hopefully it'll snap in. Didn't that first time. So yep, this is proving to be an issue. Nope, she went. So there we go. So that's cool right there. There's Storm Shadow with his hood up. Now we're going to go ahead and equip his quiver. We'll start with the short sword and stick that in. Fits in very, very, very snugly. Maybe I put it in backwards. Yes, I did. My bad. There we go. That's better. Then we take the long sword and put that in. They go in easy and click in at the when you get to the hilt, so they hang in. So that's pretty cool. I already have the lone arrow. I'm going to pull that out because maybe I'll put that in his hand after the fact there. Then I will take the bow itself, and I believe it goes here. See if I can get it on camera. Will it stick? Yes, it will. So there it is. It's totally equipped right there. Next, we'll apply the quiver to his back. You have to line up the harness with the hole in his back, because the harness has a hole as well. And then you stick it back there, and voila, he's got it going on. Since we are looking at him from the rear, let's take that belt attachment and connect that up as well. And there it is. Turning him around, and there it is. You've got a fully functional, fully equipped Storm Shadow. So here we have Storm Shadow. I got him backed up a little bit and got him holding his bow and arrow, just for effect basically, so you can see how cool this figure is. And you knew when it was comparison time, I'd have to break out the Amazon Arctic Storm Shadow, so you can see the differences. I mean, the Arctic Storm Shadow is not a bad figure at all. It's pretty good. He looks pretty dope to me. It's just that it's not the Storm Shadow we think of when we see him. So, you know, it's unfortunate it's like that. But what's great is we've got what we've wanted. So I'm going to have to find something to do with my man Arctic here, because the display that I had Arctic in is going to be replaced by the other guy. And you're already knowing there's no way we can get through this review without having a couple of his subordinates alongside him. Here we have Storm Shadow along with his Red Ninja. And of course, we've got to have Storm Shadow lined up next to his main adversary. We're talking about Snake Eyes. And of course, Snake Eyes ain't going to be too far ahead of his trusty Wolf Timber. And last but certainly not least, we've got his wave mate. We've got Spirit Iron Knife along with Freedom, the Bald Eagle, right next to our Storm Shadow. And I really love this. I'm glad that they, Hasbro, included both of these characters in the same wave. I always... one of my favorite episodes from the G.I.Joe cartoon was when these two went up against one another, and by the episode's end they had gained a mutual respect as they went their separate ways. So I'm very happy to have both these characters. Here's a look at Storm Shadow getting ready to, well, in the act of firing his bow and arrow combo. And here we have Storm Shadow brandishing both of his swords. And we will use this pose here to sum it all up. And how do we sum it all up? As I stated at the beginning, highly anticipated and most definitely highly desired, and Hasbro did not disappoint at all. Storm Shadow is a straight up winner. I'm loving it. He comes with a bunch of accessories, pinless, both the elbows and the knees. It's just, it's great. You know, he's got excellent articulation. You know he's got great articulation when you can get him to do the full Van Damme splits right there. So pretty cool. He's got storage for virtually everything. The only thing that you have to do that's left out is when you change out his full hood for his downed hood, which makes sense. But other than that, once you do that, everything that he comes with is on his person one way or another. So you gotta love that. So yeah, pretty good. This wave is great. It's only 3 figures in the wave: Spirit, Storm Shadow, and our next offering, which will be the Cobra Officer. That is next. But yeah, you gotta love it. Pretty cool. So with that, we'll close this review out. Thank you guys for rocking with me. Please like, please share, please subscribe. And speaking of subscribing, you know, don't have that much of a count. I'm trying to get it built up, so I've decided to set a goal for myself. I'd like to get 500 subscribers by the end of July. I'm sitting a little over 200 right now, so you know, gotta have goals, gotta crawl before we can walk. And yeah, that's it. So if you can, please do me the honor of subscribing to the channel. Like I said, I'm hoping to get 500 by the end of July, and then we'll see where we'll go from there. If you want to be notified of any future videos that I may upload, please hit that notification bell, and you will be so notified. Also, leave comments below. Let me know what you think, and opinions, criticisms, what have you, and the like. So yeah, once again, thank you for rocking with me, guys. And until next time, remember, the hunt continues. And I'm out. Peace.